For some people, the garage is a sacred space, holder for cars, well curated and clean, but not for most of us. Most people have a pile of junk festering in their garage, and many people don't even use their garage for parking. Why not put your house's least loved annex to work and use it to make some money? Today, we'll be looking at the 11 best ideas we could find for how you can start making money out of your garage as soon as possible. Rent it out. The first and probably the easiest option on this list is to rent your garage out for what it is, a garage. Or similarly, split it out into parking spots and rent them individually. This option certainly involves the least investment on your part. All you have to do is check the legalities, clean up the garage enough that someone might want it, and get out the word that you're willing to rent it out. If you live in a city or anywhere parking is scarce, this could be a quick and easy source of additional income. Of course, since your garage is probably near or even attached to your house, you may want to be a little picky about who you rent to. A great option would be renting it out on a monthly basis rather than for short or one-off parking requests. That way, it would be relatively low maintenance and you'd know how much income to expect. Plus, if you've vetted your renter, you can give them more access, so you don't need to be constantly alert to what's happening with the garage. If you want to be in control of your garage, it may mean getting up at odd hours or being at home and available more than you might like. But it's still a pretty low-stress way to start earning money from your garage quickly. Buy and sell antiques. The second idea for making money from your garage on this list may overlap with what you already have in there. You could start buying and selling antiques, kitsch, or upcycled furniture. If your garage is filled with old and unused stuff, this is a great opportunity to both see how you like selling and make some space for whatever your garage venture may be. You can start out small, selling things online or in a garage sale. If that goes well, you can try actually investing in items and, where appropriate, teaching yourself how to fix, clean, or otherwise refurbish them, and then flipping them for a profit. With many of the items on this list, there is a possibility that, if you make a true business of it, you'll need to take into account possible state and local business requirements and licenses. This is one such way of making money, but don't let that deter you. In many places, the annual fee to register as an antique business is as low as $150. You'll need to pay taxes at the end of the year or quarterly if you make enough money. But if you play your cards right, you'll still be turning a profit. Besides, if you find that you like learning about antiques, old furniture, or collectible items, you can turn finding and reselling them into an enjoyable hobby. One that can make you money from your garage. Start a tech company. Now, this item really has to be included for one very good reason. Many of the most famous tech companies today were started in garages, or dorm rooms, or other parts of someone's abode. Everyone and their mother has an idea for an app or platform these days. But if you have the skills, the drive, and one good idea, you could become the next tech giant. Just pop some computers, chairs, and tables into your garage and get to work. A garage is a great place for development in this field because it requires little to no overhead costs. You just need some friends and the ability to code, and you can start dreaming big. Of course, if you end up becoming a legitimate company, you may eventually need to move up to a slightly more professional-looking office space. But while your tech company is still a startup, your garage is probably the best place for it. After all, it worked for Apple and Microsoft, right? Get into woodworking. One of the most satisfying things you could do with your garage is turn it into a shop for woodworking or another similar hands-on trade. Woodworking needs space for its tools and involves a lot of potentially hazardous tools and materials, so a garage is a great place for it. Away from pets and kids, yet spacious enough for work. This is a great choice because you can learn by building things for yourself, saving you money on big-ticket items like chairs and tables and such. And then, once you're good at it, people will pay top dollar for high-quality handmade products. Plus, we hear it's relaxing. So, pull off a Nick Offerman and get into woodworking so you can make and save money right from your garage. That sounds nice. Make home goods like candles and soap. Another famous company that started out of a garage, Yankee Candle. There are tons of classes out there in how to make candles, soap, bath bombs and other similar products. If you have a nose for good smells and an eye for design, you could get on the bandwagon and start making aromatic products at home. The garage is a great place to run a business like this because it keeps the scents from wafting into the house, and you can set up a workstation for yourself for selling the products online. And as an added bonus, for the most part, all you need to do is declare yourself a sole proprietorship. Selling candles you make at home online doesn't typically require any sort of license. But, of course, double check with your local authorities. Work on cars. Perhaps a bit more true to the soul of a garage, our sixth idea for how you can make money from your garage depends on you knowing a lot about cars. But if you are a bit of a gearhead, a great option would be to use your garage as a space for car detailing or doing auto repair work. It's the kind of thing most people need at some point. It works with the existing structure of the space, and it's flexible work where you can take on as many or as few projects as you want. If you know your stuff when it comes to cars, opening a garage in your garage could be both enjoyable and profitable. Car repair shops do generally require specific licensing and permits, but the hurdles are not insurmountable. Just think, every auto repair shop you've ever visited figured it out successfully. Many towns and counties have offices that can help you identify any necessary paperwork and make sure you do everything right so that you can run your business worry-free. Offer custom framing. Another great way to make money working out of your garage is to offer framing and custom framing. This is a great option because, in terms of learning new skills, it's fairly easy to learn the actual framing process. It's a popular kind of small business because it can function well as a family business if you're willing to put in the time and attention to detail required. The biggest challenge is that material costs for high-end conservation-level framing can be high, and you will need to learn about different backings and glass types and how they affect different art materials, so you don't accidentally match an expensive piece of art with something that will cause it to decay. While upfront material costs can be a bit high, and you will need to learn some skills and information to become a top-tier custom framer, if you spend the time and money, you can make a decent living, since what you're offering is really an art in and of itself. Become a dog groomer. Okay, this one may seem a little far-fetched, if you'll forgive the pun, but dog lovers might just enjoy getting into pet grooming from their garage. For the most part, grooming isn't a service that requires any specific license or certification. So all you need is to learn how to groom an animal and to want to spend all day dealing with dirty and potentially grumpy pups. We suggest you start with your own dog and your friends' dogs if they're willing, and see how you like bathing and drying dogs, then carefully giving them a trim of the hair and nails. Watch videos online or shadow a professional groomer before getting started. And remember to be very careful around the face, ears, and other sensitive areas. One great way to get experience bathing and dealing with a wide variety of dogs and dog personalities is by volunteering at a local animal shelter. If you find you like that, dog grooming from your garage might just be a good option for you. Do laundry. Many people don't like doing laundry and are happy to pay a small fee to have someone else do it for them. If you're someone who gets some pleasure out of washing and folding, and you have the ability to stay organized enough to keep individual laundry loads separate and intact, you could open a small wash and fold laundry from your garage. Provided, of course, that you have a good and reliable washer and dryer. With just one washer and dryer, it may be tough to make a killing at this, but starting small never hurts anyone. If you find success, you could always reinvest your profits to buy more machines. And in the meantime, it's a little extra cash you can make from the comfort of your garage. Open a repair shop for something you know how to fix. Knowing how to fix something is a very important skill that you can easily monetize. Whether your interest lies in watches, umbrellas, denim jackets, iPhones, electric guitars, or anything else, if you can learn how to fix it, You can help people and make a little money while you're at it. Opening a repair shop is a great option for your garage because there's no need to spruce the place up beyond keeping it clean and comfortable. You can keep your tools there and any spare parts you might need, and that's pretty much the extent of the setup. No one will be put off by a repair shop in a garage. That's a perfect spot for it. Turn it into a studio space. Lastly, we come to a slightly off-the-wall idea for turning your garage into a cash cow. You could turn it into a studio space for artists. No matter where you live, there's probably someone with a talent or a dream who needs space to practice, record, or create their art. There are a bunch of different options under this umbrella. You can make it into a rehearsal space and recording studio for musicians, a green screen studio for actors to record auditions and local filmmakers and YouTubes to shoot, a rehearsal and small performance venue for theatre makers, or an artist studio you can rent out long-term to painters and sculptors. Whichever you choose, you'll likely find that there are a wealth of appreciative artists willing to pay a fee to make use of your space. All you need to do is to make sure you have any necessary permits and the appropriate insurance for your garage art space. And you can start making money while getting your name on the list of special thanks for someone's creative endeavor. And that's the end of the list. Those are the 11 very best ways that you can earn money from your garage. What do you think? Do any of these possible gigs appeal to you? Home ownership is down. Will you ever have a garage to worry about in the first place? Weigh in down below, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like on this video for more money making.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to